Hi Leo, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your monthly reading for October. I hope you guys are well. I want to give a shout out to my little friend Maria, who is a Leo, in case she's watching. I am going to take a quick second to remind everyone that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Leo sign out there. So guys, take what resonates for you. Just leave the rest for someone else, all right? We're going to start with your current energy, Leo, and then we're going to look at October week by week, all the way up to the end of October. As always, please don't force yourself into any portion of the reading or the reading at all if it doesn't resonate with you. Spirit, what would you like Leo to know for October? Leo. All right. Leo, we have the Hermit. So you're kind of isolating a little bit right now. What's crossing it is a Six of Cups in the reverse, which makes a lot of sense. So you're trying to let someone or something, possibly a situation, there's something here from your past you're trying to release and let go. And I feel like you're struggling with that. You're trying to figure out how to go about doing that. You're looking for answers. You could be isolating a little bit. Some of you may be dealing with a Virgo. But what I see is you isolating quite a bit here. Maybe not going out. Most likely not talking with this person from the past. But you're trying to figure things out. Let's see what's happened here in the past. The Strength card in the reverse. Yeah, something definitely puts you in a lower vibrational mode. I feel like there, is a need for you to work on yourself, work on your energy, but it looks like a past relationship just got weaker and weaker and weaker. Yeah. Let me see why all this is happening. There's a need for you to be courageous as well. And I feel like you're realizing that. The Two of Wands in the reverse. So someone has chosen to go in another direction, either you or this person from the past. And this is what's led to you trying to release all of this past energy. So let me see what's on your mind. Show me what's on Leo's mind. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. You may feel like you've gotten a lot of bad karma. Like, why is all this happening to me? You feel like you're stuck a little bit. You feel like you're stuck in bad energy. So I get it. I can see this. This is part of why you're isolating. So you feel like everything's stuck. Nothing's moving forward in a positive direction. And I do feel like you would like for it to, but you just haven't figured out yet how to go about doing that. Let me see October for Leo. The King of Wands. You're going to step back into your power. I do like this for you. Very strong fire energy here. I feel like you're going to take action. I feel like you're going to step back into your power. And I feel like it's because you're figuring out how to basically get that wheel moving again. Let me see how you're showing up. I see this as an action card, but it's a very strong fire card. So I feel like you're stepping into your power. The Lovers in the reverse. Yeah, you're dealing with heartbreak here. You're dealing with an ending, possibly of a soulmate connection. So let me see the energies coming towards Leo. Eight of Wands in the reverse. This is blockages. Yeah, this is blockages. So somebody who may have blocked you or you may have blocked is approaching you. Somebody maybe you haven't been talking to, because I see silence here and the energy approaching you, there's silence. Let me see Spirit's advice. Something is eating away at this energy that is trying to approach you, though. Because the reason I say that is because look at this particular card. In this deck, you see all these, you see these worms, and they're eating away, and they're trying to transform into this butterfly, but it's a process. So I feel like whoever this is going through something. It's a process here, And I feel like something is eating away at them as well. Now, in Spirit's advice, we have the Knight of Swords. Spirit is saying speak truthfully and speak honestly. Yeah, definitely speak your truth. Let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome at the end of October. 8 of Cups in the reverse. This could be somebody who is coming back towards you, or this could be difficulty that you're having in walking away from this. So we'll clarify that. Bottom of the deck is the Chariot. You could be dealing with a Cancer sign or a Gemini, but I feel like this as an underlying energy, this is you moving forward. And I do feel like as you're moving forward, you want to move forward successfully. You want to move forward in a very balanced manner. But, you know, it's the Emperor who drives the Chariot. And so I do feel like you are going to be stepping into your power in order to move yourself forward. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean, you know, anything about this person from the past, but I feel like you're kind of in this downward spiral and you're moving away from that. So we'll clarify. Spirit, why is the Hermit here for Leo? Ace of Wands. You're trying to figure out how to get your passion back. You want a brand new beginning, a very passionate brand new beginning, and you're trying to figure out how to do that. So a lot of you could be dealing with, you know, like some depression even. 4 of Swords in the reverse and the 9 of Wands reversed. Yeah, I feel like you're giving up hope on this person. You're giving up hope of communicating with this person in a healed and productive manner. I definitely see that you would like to communicate with them. You'd like to work things out, but you just don't trust the situation. So I feel like you're kind of giving up on communicating with them, talking things out, and I feel like you're kind of letting go. You're just going to try to release them and let them go. You would rather have a new beginning, but I feel like you're trying to figure out also, if you don't have this new beginning, if you do have to let this person go, how do you get your passion back? So let me see the Strength card. That's too many cards. Why is the Strength card in reverse? Page of Cups. Yeah, I do feel like some of you have had been approached by new people in the past, but you just aren't feeling it. So I feel like you're not really entertaining very many new people, but there are offers here. You just don't have that feeling, that you know, strong feeling towards them. But remember, Leo, that has to develop over time. I do feel like you still have feelings for this person. And ultimately, what you've been focusing on is how there's going to be a new beginning. And now it's kind of, you're kind of giving up on that a little bit. And you're saying, okay, well, I have to let this person go. So how do I get my passion back? But in the past, and I do feel like in the past, there was something here about communication with this person. But ultimately, you stopped communicating again. Let me see. We have the 2 of Wands reversed. Let's see why that's here. Yeah, you invested a lot in this situation. You've been very patient. Yeah, you've been very patient. I do feel like you've planted seeds, but now you're feeling like this person is moving in another direction, or possibly you are, or both. Why is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse? Yeah, you know that you need to heal. So this has been this was a painful breakup, and I feel like you waited for this person. You were very patient. You had a lot invested in this connection. I do feel like this, for some of you, this person has apologized in some manner, but it's still not enough to deal with whatever the damage is that's been done. I definitely feel this was extremely painful. You may have even felt very betrayed. I do feel like you're healing, and I keep telling you that there's a lot of healing energy that's here. You're trying to rebuild your energy, but the sticking point, and you're aware of this, is that you know that you have to heal, and you're more focused, it looks like, on healing this previous connection and that focus may now be changing. So let me see. I'm going to look at October for you. Show me October for Leo. Show me October for Leo. All right, so we have the Six of Coins in the reverse. We have the Eight of Cups reversed. Now that's in your outcome. We have the Ace of Cups reversed. We have the World reversed. There's a lot of reversals here, so there could be a karmic element to this. We have the Five of Pentacles, the Devil in reverse, the Ten of Coins reversed. There, the Knight of Wands reversed, Five of Rods reversed, and the Knight of Pentacles. Most of your cards in the clarification came up in the reverse, so there is some sort of a karmic type of lesson or cycle that is involved in this reading. What I am seeing is that you are coming back into your power in the month of October. I do feel like there is some sort of action that is taking place that is going to put you in a better situation. And it does look like for some of you, it's in this relationship where someone has walked away. Somebody could be coming back in. This would be somebody that you've had an ending with. If that is the case for you, it will likely be in the first week of the month. And this person is returning because they feel like there is unfinished business here. But this would be somebody that there was an ending with, and they made you feel very rejected and abandoned here. This person has been working on themselves. However, I would be very careful because they may be coming in to resolve the conflict, but they're still in a very in and out type of energy. Now, in the first week, be careful with your money, because your money might be a little bit unbalanced. It could be because you're doing something that you don't absolutely love, but yet you can't quite walk away from that situation right now. I do see your money increasing around the middle of the month, though, so that's very positive. I do like that for you. Just be very careful because you could have a loss. You could have a loss of money. Yeah, so be careful with your money. I feel like your money's not moving as fast as you want it to. It will increase, but it's something you're going to resolve. But it's, I feel like it's related to something that you don't want to talk about. You may not enjoy what it is that you're doing. Yeah, so be careful with your money, all right? Back to, revolving around emotions and feelings. I do feel like there's an imbalance in your feelings and emotions in the first week of October. It's related to something that you are having a difficult time walking away from, which is, a relationship that has ended. You just can't accept that it is over, that it is done. This is a relationship that ended, and as it ended, it left you feeling just very like a lot of loss. So in the first week, I see you still kind of in this stuck energy. It's a very unbalanced energy. In the second week of October, I do see that you begin dealing with this. There's a sense here of you realizing that staying stuck in this energy, not closing out this energy, is only making you feel the loss on a continual basis. And I do feel like you begin to work on yourself around the middle of the month, or the second week or the middle of the month, which is really good. Yeah, you're starting to work on feelings of abandonment, feelings of you may have abandonment issues. You may have felt very rejected. So you're realizing that you can't stay in this stuck energy. No matter how you got there, it's yours to deal with. And I see you beginning to work on that. In the third week of the month, that's likely when this energy from the past may return in order to resolve conflict. This is somebody who's missing you. They feel a deep sense of loss here. And I do feel like this person, though, it's either going to be in the first week or possibly in the third week of the month. This person is definitely missing you, and I feel like you haven't been talking with this person. They may come in, but keep in mind, Leo, that they may also leave just as quickly. Regardless, at the end of the month, I see your money is moving slow, but it is coming in. I see you moving forward at the end of the month. You could even decide you're not going to talk to this person from the past because you just don't want the conflict with them. And I definitely see you moving forward. So there is going to be progress for you by the end of the month, but I do see you kind of struggling a little bit through the month. By the end of the month, though, I do feel like you're going to be stepping into your power, and it's because you are beginning to move forward, no matter how slow. All right, so let's see your energy. Show me Leo's energy in October. All right, we have the Six of Swords. We have the Strength card in reverse. That's from the past. And we have the Seven of Swords. Yeah, you're moving forward. You're making a decision to move forward. Now, I do feel like it's hard for you. It's very difficult, and I do feel like you're recognizing that you have to work on yourself, that you may not have been completely honest with yourself, but you're moving away from that energy, and you're also moving away from this ending because you feel like this person was very deceptive, and you're recognizing the effect that it's having on you. So let me see the energy approaching you. Show me the energy approaching Leo in October. Page of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, and the Four of Cups reversed. Okay, so I see actually more than one energy that's approaching you. I do see this person from the past. You either blocked this person or they blocked you, or it could be just an energetic, block. This person is going to reach out, it looks like. There's some sort of very small communication, perhaps a text or something of that nature. This is somebody who has been thinking about this connection. They have options. Let me just go ahead and say that right away. They definitely have options, but there's a lot of confusion in their energy here. I feel like this person has been looking at the past and they are regretting not appreciating this connection. This is likely somebody that you feel who has been ignoring you, blocking you perhaps. I do feel like you're going to hear from this person from the past, either in the first or the third week of October. What I'm also seeing is there is somebody new who is approaching you. This is somebody that feels that you've ignored them in the past. And I do see that in your past, actually. This is somebody who is going to approach you. I feel like they're going to make some sort of small offer or try to open the door. They're confused about whether or not you would view them as an option. So I feel like this is somebody you friend zoned. Yeah, because they feel like you blocked them. Not physically, but like you're just not seeing them as an option. Let me see the Knight of Swords. Show me Spirit's advice for Leo. All right, we have the Hierophant reversed. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Knight of Swords. Spirit is saying that you have to be honest, and not only in what you say to yourself, but what you say to this person from the past. You have to speak your truth. We have the Knight of Swords twice. This Knight of Swords is telling me that this is honest communication, both with self and with somebody you've had an ending with. Possibly a Taurus, but doesn't have to be. This is what is going to get you out of that stuck energy. If you want to get out of the stuck energy, if you want to heal, you have to speak your truth. All right, so let's see your outcome. Show me the outcome for Leo at the end of October. Show me the outcome. All right, so we have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. And we have the Ace of Swords reversed. So I don't see you following Spirit's advice, if I'm being completely honest, by the end of the month. I see you still holding on to this person from the past, hoping that they will come back into your energy, or possibly you going back into their energy. It's a backtracking energy, and it's caused by you holding on and not releasing and letting go. What is it doing? It is putting you in a lower vibrational energy, okay? You feel strongly that this is your person, and they may be, because we have both the Queen and the King of Pentacles, or not Pentacles, but staffs out here. But the thing is that you're not on the same page with this person, and you're still holding on, which is causing a lack of clarity. And it's also telling me that Spirit is telling you very clearly to speak your truth, and you're not doing that, and it's causing you to have a lower vibration. So, you know, you have to do what you think is correct, but what I'm telling you is you're not following Spirit's advice. You're staying in that stuck energy where this Wheel of Fortune cannot turn in your favor, and it's because you're not speaking your truth. So, you know, the best way to use these readings, if you see where the energy is going, you can alter that energy. You make the choices. You choose what you have and don't have. Like you can choose how you behave. You can't choose how you feel, but you do choose how you behave. And so, you know, when Spirit is plainly telling you to speak your truth, and I see that you're not doing it, that would be a point where if it were me, I would say, you know what? That is my inclination, to hold on to people, or to not speak my truth, and not really say what I need to say. And I'm not going to do that. I'm going to consciously make a decision to steer this energy in a way that's beneficial to me, so that I do get things moving in a better and more positive manner. So I'm hoping that's what happens, because we do see the Knight of Pentacles here, which is slow but steady progress. Bottom of the energy is the King of Wands in the reverse, which is the opposite of the King of Wands in the upright. This is telling me that you're kind of going back and forth on what it is that you want to do. It's like you have this desire, Leo, to move forward, but at the same time, you're very conflicted because you're deeply holding on to a past connection. So I'm going to pull an oracle card. We'll see if there's any further guidance for you. Let's try that one more time. Pulling for Leo. We always take the bottom card, and it says Ghost. And it's speaking of regret. So let me read that for you. All right, it says, the traditional definition of a ghost is the apparition of the spirit or soul of a formerly living being. Ghosts can be both in human form or animal, and even occasionally inanimate objects, such as ghostly ships, have been reported. The belief in spirits and ghosts is extremely widespread across time and cultures, and different words such as spiritus, wraith, phantom, and shade have been used to refer to them. Ghosts can be both people that we have known, like ancestors, for example, who visit to assist us, or presences that are bound to a particular place because they have found it difficult to let go even after death. The concept of the haunted house or the cursed place is the basis for many a creepy ghost story. In fact, the most interesting ghost stories often involve a very angry or destructive spirit coming back to wreak its revenge after death. It is said that the spirits that cannot let go of this world have a reason for this. Sometimes it's to warn the living, to guide them, but generally it's because they haven't finished their business here on the plane of the living. They have regrets that they wish to resolve. Should the ghost come gliding into your life during divination, it may indicate that you have some regrets to let go of. Holding grudges or regrets is burdensome work, and it weighs us down eventually. By taking actions to free ourselves of these old burdens, we clear the way for more rightful and wise action for the future. We can begin to live again fully if we let go of what was and step into new possibilities. Well, I couldn't have picked a better oracle card for you guys. All right, I hope that this has been helpful. If you have resonated with this reading, please hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you guys in your next reading, Leo, know that you are loved, and namaste.